Hi everyone. So this is going to be the first video in a series called Why I Shop at Multiple Stores. And this was a question that was brought to me by my viewer Maria, and she was wondering what stores I shopped at, and I said, would you like me to do a video on that? And she said yes. So I will start off on this video explaining what stores and why, and then in the other videos I will do a video on each of the stores and show you the kind of savings or the kind of things that I look for at those stores. Now I have Sloopy right here on the couch next to me, and I wish I could have gotten her in the camera view with me, but I couldn't. But she's right here with me for this video, and I do have a little clip of her earlier this morning I'll put in at the end. Okay, first of all, I pick one store to be my regular primary store. And for me, that's easy because I have two stores in my area. I have Hannaford and I have Steaks and Stuff Market. And so that's my regular store. That's where I'm going to get my usual regular groceries. But if there's anything that I can pick up someplace else that I'm going to be near or going to be at, or that I can get online with free shipping, then I will do that if it's going to save me money. So I need to always know what my Hannaford grocery prices are currently, and then I can go from there. So Steaks and Stuff, the market that's near me, their regular prices are much higher than Hannaford all around. Like if I ran in there to get a gallon of milk or a pound of meat, I'm going to pay way more. But there's two things about there that's pretty good. One is their sales. If you go in just for the loss leaders, the stuff on the front sale page, that's like the best price, then you can do pretty good, and it's not like I'm driving any extra for it. It's like right there. I'm going to be driving by it when I'm out doing my errands anyways. So then the other thing that they have is reduced produce, and I haven't done this in a long time, but back when my husband Corey was working for a different logging company than he works for now, he was laid off every spring, every fall, and anytime it rained a lot in between. And I really did not have a lot of grocery money. Like these extreme grocery videos that you watch, that really was us at certain times. And I would go into Steaks and Stuff because they had the reduced produce, and that was just such a blessing to us to be able to go in, and I'd go in first thing in the morning when they were taking it off the shelf and replacing it with the fresh stuff. And I think they do that daily. So it's really not even like not fresh. It's like you need to use it within a few days. So that would be a huge savings. And if you're in a position that you really need to save money, or you don't mind having reduced produce, then see if there is a store near you that does that. Like Hannaford doesn't do that. They donate it to food cupboards. And we never qualified for anything like that because overall, for the year, my husband would make a pretty decent wage. It just would be like, sometimes it was pretty dry, if you know what I mean. So then I like the Misfits Market for home delivery just because I'm kind of remote, and it's very nice to be able to have that stuff to my door, right to my door. And I drive a pickup with a V8 in it, and to run 17 miles each direction for the grocery store really is not all that frugal for me. And so I love just being able to get that stuff right to the door. I don't have to leave the house that week. We love their meat. Their meat overall is cheaper than Hannaford for us, and that's worked out great as a fill-in. Okay, now the drugstores. I love using the drugstores. Now, I do not have a CVS near me, but I can do a CVS online order. And if it's over $30 or $35, I get free shipping. So it's not very hard to get that minimum amount. And with Walgreens, I do have one in the same town that I grocery shop in. So I can do online, which I do a lot, or I can do in store. And there's a big difference between the deals you can get if you go in store versus if you're just doing online. And I will cover that in that video. I will cover all of these thoroughly in their own videos, but just kind of an overview. Okay, now the dollar stores. Dollar General. Your best things with Dollar General are your sale items or your quick item pickups. Like you're happening to be driving by and you realize you're out of bread, you're out of milk. You don't really want to do a full grocery shop, but you're going by anyways. So you pull in and you grab just a few quick things. And the other thing that's huge with them is their dollar aisle. Their dollar aisle is still $1. A lot of the items in there are the same items into Dollar Tree that you're paying $1.25 for. So keep that in mind. Check out the dollar aisle. Now, my store's been doing something weird where they have been scrambling the dollar aisle all over the place. It's like down by the sodas and stuff. They've got one section that's like chips and stuff, and then down by the automotive section they've got like your cleaners and stuff, and it used to all be in one aisle. Then down the food aisle they've got their food that's $1 rammed in there. So it's been kind of like a scavenger hunt instead of being in one aisle now. But I don't know how it is in your store. You can leave me a comment below, but the items are still there, and they are still marked in my store that it's part of their dollar promotion. Okay, now Dollar Tree. Dollar Tree is more my fun store. I love to go in and be shopping all year long for stocking stuffers and little gifts that I can put together into gift baskets. I love the book section. And of course, there has been some really great deals in the food aisle and things like that. I'm not really 100% sure what all is going to be available and what will continue to be a good deal now that things are $1.25. That's something that we're all trying to figure out. But I do find some really good deals there at times. And they do have some products that I prefer over other places. So usually if I'm running errands, I do go in and just kind of set a limit for myself as to how much I'm going to spend. And I think we found through these videos that usually I spend about between $40 and $50 in there a month. That was when things were $1. I haven't been getting as much there now. But once things settle out, who knows what kind of products they'll have available. I think they're still kind of in the transition of it all. At least with my store, it's like now everything is $1.25, but a lot of the shelves are bare. Like they haven't even gotten everything in yet. So, and it's really great for decorations and stuff like that. I don't buy a lot of that stuff because I have all of that stuff that I need. But if you're young and you're starting out, you know, don't go and pay the price that some of these other stores want, because just a few little things will do really well for you. And if you want to update them later on, it's not like you paid that much for them. Okay, and Walmart. I know a lot of you shop at Super Walmart. I don't have a Super Walmart. If you're wondering why you never see me get anything from Super Walmart, I think that Super Walmart does overall have a nice, fair price on most items, and that's just not the case for me. I have a Walmart, and it has like a section with a few frozen pizzas and stuff, and then it has like a section with a few sour cream and a little milk and a couple items like that, and then there's a little bread, and then there's some dry goods, but that's all that's available to me. and that store is really packed. And to be honest with you guys, it really makes me a nervous wreck to go in there. So I very rarely go in there. That's one of those situations, again, if like my son or my husband wants to go, I'll go in, and if they've got something cheaper, I'll grab it while I'm in there if I happen to need something. But I really just don't enjoy it. I don't want shopping to be like a torture for me. But I do take advantage of the Walmart online, and I will show you guys my last online order and the type of stuff that I like to get from online. All right, now discount stores. These are not stores that I do very often. I think like Martin's, that's a Maine only salvage store, and salvage and surplus. I think I've only done 2 hauls from there since I've had this channel in the last year. So it's kind of like more if I'm downtown with my son and he's like, hey, let's do Martin's today, then, you know, I'll go in there and see what we can find. It's really good for like Christmas shopping and stuff like that. But once in a while in the food aisle, there's some good deals like the last haul I did. If you haven't seen that, I'll link that in this video. But mostly it's just a really good time. We have a good time going in there. The Amish store, there's a lot of good deals at the Amish store, but it is like an hour and a half away from me. So what I do is when I'm out visiting my grandmother, she likes to go for a little ride or whatever. So a lot of times I'll say, well, I'd like to go to the Amish. So we'll do that. And if I'm there, then it's, you know, great for me to go in and pick up the bulk spices. And they have like a little clearance section on the end aisles where they have products that are getting close to the expiration date that you can usually pick up for a couple of dollars. And the men like the work gloves and kitchen utensils and stuff are nice there, but it's not like I'm there all the time. It's just when I am, I'll pick up a few things. And you have to use cash, so it's like, how much cash do I even have in my wallet? It's not like I'm going to spend a lot there. Now, you do have to be careful to know how much you're willing to spend on stuff per month. And I do have a budget, and I stick to that. And the thing that's important about doing that is because as you start to get some things on a better price, you want to know how many you can get, and you don't want to be getting more than you can use, and you don't want to be getting so much of one thing that you don't have enough money to get the other stuff that you need for the month. So as you do it a little bit, you kind of get a feel for that. But your goal is to have some food up ahead. You want to have a little bit of a food storage. You want to make sure that if there was sickness or something, you couldn't get to the store for a little bit, or a bad storm or something, that you have what you need. And if there was a longer term emergency, that you would have some stuff on hand. I probably have never had less than a month's worth of food in my house at a time. Not even when Corey was laid off or anything like that. We always had, you know, a good stock of stuff. We just would try to stretch that stuff, if you know what I mean. So, but if you're trying to build up your groceries a little bit, like maybe now you only have for the week, and at the end of the week there's nothing left in your cupboards, then shopping like this really helps you to be able to do that. Because when you save money, it gives you more money to get other stuff or more of things. And I'll show you more of that as we go along. But okay, I hope this helps. If you have any questions on just this introduction part, let me know. And I look forward to going through and showing you how I would handle each store this week. All right, thanks for watching. Bye.